Shalom, brothers. First and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatah, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rukwa, HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well, and salutations also to the sincere Akiam that push this truth with no due diligence and sincerity. You can tell that we're at the door. All signs point to the Revelations, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. You've got an article right here. The brother Amatazar posted it. Neoscope scientists express concern at Elon Musk's Neuralink brain C to the P. I'm always cautious about what Elon Musk says. Hey, and I mean, when you're getting advice from a devil, of course you gotta be, man. But what this Neuralink is, or ultimately the NFC technology, that RFID C to the P technology that they're gonna be putting into people, is the Revelation 13 and 16, man. We have to speak in code because of the algorithm and the bots. The Revelations 13 and 16, which is probably even going to get sanctioned soon, is the MOTB, man. Undeniably, when John the Revelator saw this on the Isle of Patmos, of course he wouldn't have had the 2002 relevant terminology such as Neuralink and bio C to the P and all the rest of it. He would have used the terms he had available. So he saw this kingdom, this power structure in the form of a beast, and then he also saw, metaphorically, and then he also saw the fact that there was a mark, man, of the the MOTB, you know, and he described it in Revelations the 13th chapter about what the beast did, and in verse 16 says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, meaning literally everybody, the same way he's got people wearing these face muzzles, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, what John the Revelator essentially just explained is that Esau Edom, in his last power structure, is going to have it to where everybody's got to receive that Revelations 13:16 in order to transact. That is why there's currently a major push on cryptocurrency, man, and digital payments. That's why Facebook, that have recently transformed into Meta, are going hard on that front in regards to the metaverse. You had some rich devil somewhere purchase a 650,000 digital yacht. Yeah, you heard that right. Not a yacht like the small boats, not a real physical one, but a virtual one in the metaverse. He purchased it for 650,000, and I remember I watched this video on an alternative news channel, and they literally said, hey, he could have literally bought the real one probably for even cheaper, but he spent 650,000. And when you go into technology like this new thing about NFTs or art, even music is another way, sports and entertainment are, and of course property, are ways that these elites and lesser luminaries launder money, man. Someone might buy an abstract painting for 1 million, sell it to another millionaire for 2 million, etc., etc. It's a form of money laundering. But ultimately, what this Neuralink is going to do is that it's going to digitize everything. So rather than physically having to carry around cash, rather than having to make a payment and wait a day or two for it to reach a country overseas, everything's going to be instantaneous. Everything's going to be instant. Your bill comes out when it comes out. You tap your hand, you walk through. You don't even need your driving license, because when the police stop you, you reach your hand out, they scan your hand, and they know who you are. That's the kind of dystopian future Esau Edom is going for, where man and machine are linked together in some sort of cyborg fashion, man. You know? It says here, while Tesla CEO Elon Musk believes that his brain-computer interface startup Neuralink is the future of human interactions with technology, many experts aren't convinced. You see, because not only is this man messing with gender, he's trying to create cyborgs You know, if you watch the Avengers, you have that character. I forget his name. That they had to make it a Jake, of course, but the Jake that had the accident and has the half body machine, half fleshly body, man. You know, hey, what you gotta understand is the Lord created male and female. We're gonna get this in Genesis, the first chapter, man. Verse 27 to get to the point. And you know, the word God there, you know, starting with a capital G and the remainder being lowercase is a referral to the Alahayim, the powers. So really, so the powers, Genesis 1 and 27. So the powers created man in their own image. In the image of the powers created they them. Male and female created they them. They created mankind, male and female, and in their image. You know, that's where you get that whole thing of the original man, because at the end of the day, when mankind was placed on earth, everyone had pigmentation. Of course, you had Cain that was cursed, and then Esau came out that way, you know, without his pigmentation when he was born. But ultimately, man, ultimately, everyone on the earth had pigmentation, man. But guess what? The Lord created male and female. He created a male species and he created a female species, and those two species come together, they procreate and they bring life. Esau Edom is trying to manipulate gender, he's trying to manipulate reality, he's trying to literally manipulate humankind. And that's what this man is doing by creating this whole Neuralink technology. The Most High created man in his image, and you know, he gave the blueprint to the angels, man, you know, and he gave he gave them power, man, over the beast. And he said, hey, and this in verse 31, and the power saw everything that they had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6 days. You see, so man and woman were made in their perfection. What does Esau come and do? You know, thousands of years later, he wants to push a Neuralink into people. He wants to plug computers into people. If the Lord wanted people to operate like that, he'd have created he'd have created them with that capability to literally plug themselves into electric sockets and be able to, you know, interact with computers. But no, man, the Heavenly Father gave us something much more sophisticated than a carnal computer, which is the brain, you know, and ultimately he gave us, so you really are something, that's something that a central processing unit can't possess, which is a spirit, you know, a spirit, hopefully, which, you know, how about Shemi as our Lord willing, is of his elect, let alone not just, you know, a part of his nation, man. But what you gotta understand is these devils, man, these Edomites, starting with their upper luminaries to the lessers, and the front man, Elon Musk being one of them. He's trying to literally, man, cut off your link to the Most High by giving you this, because in our law, if you loved your master, you would do what? You would allow your master to press it all into your ear, and you'd remain his servant perpetually within his household. This man is trying to give you a digital all, whether that be in your forehead or in your right hand, man. Researchers and scientists spoke to the Daily oh man, B this week to express horror at Musk's goal of connecting human brains to computers. Ultimately, at the heart of their trepidation is the infusion of big tech into the human mind. I worry that there's this uncomfortable marriage between a company that is for profit, she added. Um, Indeed, the ethics surrounding technology such as Neuralink is uncharted territory. As such, many are concerned about how these products, ostensibly meant to help those with disabilities, can be exploited for profit, you know? And it's the truth, man. But then all those I'm just skipping through this, but then all those human research subjects, people with genuine needs, are being exploited and used in risky research for somebody else's commercial gain. She continued, and at the end of the day, it's deeper than commercial gain. You know, that is, of course, a part of it, but this man's whole agenda is to destroy, man, to bring death. And that's exactly what this man is going to do. But through fooling the people to take his link. And don't get it twisted, brothers, man, it's going to be a test of faith for us also, because, you know, the Lord's going to come imminently shortly after that. But we're still going to have to witness things like this. We're going to see particular family members, people we grew up with, man, people that you might even still, you know, as a man have, a level of care, of careful, man. But ultimately, we're gonna have people in our family that are just gonna, fold and bend and take it. We're gonna have, you know, we're gonna lose things, lose people, but ultimately the Lord is gonna reward us, man, because we have the long term vision and we understand that the nature of this devil is that actually he shouldn't be trusted, man, because he's always looking for an opportunity to con somebody. He's always looking for an opportunity to do wickedness, and at the end of the day, man, this man is gonna get judged for the wickedness that he's perpetrating across the face of the planet Earth. Revelations 14:9 reads about the judgment for those that think that it's cool to get down with this man's get down and to mess with his Neuralink. Revelations 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast that we described earlier, a beast in his image, and receive his mark in his right hand or in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, being Yahweh Shai. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So essentially, the Lord is gonna melt you, because if you take that C to the P, you become compromised, man. You're no longer good to the Lord. You're like a computer with a virus that literally just needs to get wiped out and restarted. You gotta understand, this is a seriously major prophecy, man, within the book of Revelations, you know, 13, 16, and 14 into 9, talking about the judgment. You gotta understand that this is a major prophecy. This is one of the major prophecies, man. You can't just take the device and then allow it within you and then take it out. Once you make that decision, once you step over that line, man, you've done what you've made your decision. And this is the thing, because in that knowledge we're gonna have family members, ex-friends take it, man, and you gotta be willing to just let go, man. You gotta be willing to lose everything on this side, because at the end of the day we came into this world, naked, man, as babies, man, just literally just our flesh, of course our spirit within us, but we're gonna take nothing back. So it's important to make sure that, hey, we suffer rightfully for the Lord, man. Did not the Lord say, Revelations 2:25, man, that he would reward us? We're gonna have to deal with what we're gonna have to deal with, but know your spirit, man. Pray to the Lord. Revelations 2:25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, no matter what. Yeah, you don't get down with the get down of Esau's devices. You don't get down with his wicked potions, like brothers ain't, we've maintained, and now they're scaling back. But that which ye have already but that Revelations 2:25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule over them. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall he be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Now, of course, that might not be a smooth experience, because we're gonna have to suffer on this side in order to get that. But guess what, man? Suffering for the Lord and righteousness is going to be a much better ultimate long-term um road for you. Is the right way route for you. Ultimately it's going to be a long-term route that's better for you than trusting in Esau, man, because ultimately this man is the devil. Even if you take his device, same way he's done with the pandemic, he's gonna be able to literally just keep moving the goalposts. This man is the devil and you can't trust him. He's not to be trusted. That's why the book of Sirach, the 12th chapter, says what it says, man. In the 10th verse, to never trust thine enemy. Brothers, man, and hey, any of you, brothers that are new to this, or not even necessarily in the camp, but listening and watching videos, this is one of the most significant prophecies in the scriptures, man. And it's, to me, second to Yahweh Shai's coming, this is one of the largest prophecies out there, man. Do not take that MOTB, man. There's no turning back. And be ready, because you're going to see people that you're around fold, but this is the part of the test, man. We gotta show ourselves worthy of Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashim Kwakadash. So until the next time, man, I just want to say I hope this lesson has been edifying. And Shalom, Yashala, Kwam Yashala, Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashim Kwakadash, Barakatham, Shalom.